This night, in the great house at Collinwood, a young girl thinks about the father she has met after 20 years. And a small boy tries to hide a stolen book. Though they are yet to discover it, they are both pieces in an awesome puzzle. And in a small antique shop in the village, a young couple hunt frantically for the missing book, not knowing they have become two more pieces in the puzzle, knowing only that they must find the book, or someone will pay a terrible penalty for its loss.
Have you found it? Oh, it's not upstairs either. Philip, someone's taken it. The book's gone.
But why? It has no value except to us.
I know. I also know that whoever's taken that book will pay for it with his life. Philip, what made me say that? You and I would never have dreamed of hurting anyone before.
No, we wouldn't have.
But it's all different now. We serve him. And whoever has taken his book, we will track down.
And kill.
I can't believe someone would take it with no purpose.
But it's gone. What is it?
He wants me upstairs. I can feel him calling me.
Go and see. What's the matter?
It's the baby. It's the baby.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Feel his head. He's burning up.
When did this start?
I don't know. I don't know. He was fine this afternoon. Oh, God. What could be the matter? Oh. Who can tell us what to do for him? A doctor.
No. No. We must find the book.
Hello, Megan.
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you at home, Carolyn, but something terrible's happened. Look, did you by any chance happen to see a very old book?
Not in English?
Yes, that's right. It wasn't in English.
Yes, I know the one you mean. Well, what about it?
It's gone.
Gone?
Yes. Look, Carolyn, you were in the shop all afternoon. If you could just remember who else was here.
Was the book very valuable, Megan?
Yes, terribly valuable.
You would have to be an expert in something to even know it was valuable. Not just anyone would pick it up.
Carolyn, we've got to find that book.
Megan, you mustn't let yourself get so upset about it. At least give me a chance to ask around about it.
I'm sorry, Carolyn. Look, it's not just the book. It's the baby. He's not feeling well.
Oh, Megan, I'm sorry. What does the doctor say?
I haven't called the doctor.
Will you just hang up and call him right now and let me worry about that book? I may be able to get my hands on it fairly soon.
Thanks, Carolyn.
You're welcome. Goodbye, Megan. David! David, I know it's you who's in there, and if you don't unlock this door, you're going to be in a great deal of trouble.
What's the matter?
Why did you have that door locked?
I didn't lock it.
David, that door was locked. I heard you unlocking it.
No, Carolyn, I was just jiggling the lock. Sometimes it gets stuck, and it seems like it's locked. Did you want me for something?
Yes. I want to ask you a few questions.
Well, what about?
This afternoon, when you and Amy were in the antique shop, did you take something you shouldn't have?
Do you think I'd steal something, Carolyn?
David, let's just forget the word steal. Let's just think about the fact that a very valuable book is missing. A very valuable book.
Well, why do you think I took it? There were lots of other people in the store.
I didn't say you took it, David. I'm just asking. David, there's something about the way you're behaving I don't like at all. You're hiding something.
No, Carolyn, there isn't anything, honest.
What's the matter?
David is lying to me. That's what's the matter.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. David, what are you hiding behind that drape?
Nothing. There isn't anything behind the drape. No!
David. What is this?
It's Amy's picture puzzle.
Well, she was looking for it earlier today.
Well, you can tell her to stop looking for it, because I snitched it.
Why?
I don't know. Because she's a pest, I guess.
You will never understand boys of that age.
It looks like it's going to be a difficult puzzle to put together.
I don't know why Amy wants it. There are hardly any pieces left.
So I see.
David, is this why you were so evasive when I was asking you questions?
Yes. I was afraid that you'd find it and be angry with me.
And you know nothing about that book? Nothing at all?
I told you I didn't, Carolyn. If some dumb old book is missing from some dumb old antique store, it doesn't mean that I took it. Well, why should I? It wasn't even in English.
David, you're lying. Now I know you're lying. David, I never said that book wasn't in English.
And I never said that I didn't look at it in the shop. But I didn't take it, Carolyn, honest.
Well, I suppose maybe you didn't. Megan was so upset when she found it gone. She says it's very valuable. I promised I'd try to find it for her somehow.
Who else was in the shop this afternoon?
Let's see. 4 or 5 people who bought things. I have their names on sales tickets. And Amy, of course, and Julia, and Barbara Pope, and Fred Dawson, and a couple who looked at lamps. They were from Portland, but none of them would have any reason to take it. And they were the only people in the shop this afternoon.
No, they aren't all the people. What about Mr. Prescott?
Who's he?
David, you just forget about him, too, because he did not take that book.
You're just saying that because you think he's so wonderful.
David!
Now I am curious. Who is Mr. Prescott?
Her new boyfriend, that's who.
David, it's very dangerous to talk about things you don't understand. You can get into trouble that way, and you are in trouble enough.
I am not, just because I took Amy's puzzle. She takes things from me all the time.
I hope that's all the trouble you're in, David.
Barnabas, would you tell her to stop picking on me? Just because her friends lose a silly old book, they act like it's the end of the world.
I hope you'll excuse me for coming in like this, but I happen to be passing by.
Hello, Mr. Collins.
And who's this?
This is Joseph, my sister's baby. We're supposed to look after him for a while, but I'm afraid we haven't been doing too well.
What do you mean?
Well, he started running a fever a little while ago. He feels like he's on fire.
Well, that's not unusual, is it? Children often get sudden high fevers.
I don't know. Ask me about antiques, not about babies.
Obviously, you need to find someone to teach you how to look after a child properly, wouldn't you say?
Here. Maybe this will help to bring his fever down. Hello, Mr. Collins.
He's a beautiful baby, Philip.
Yes, and he's a very sick one, I'm afraid. If we could only find some way to help him.
Well, perhaps what is needed is to find out why he's sick. Perhaps you must find out what is happening. Philip, I've decided to sell you that Hitchcock chair. You can come with me right now to pick it up.
If it were any other time, I'd be at your door before you could change your mind. But I can't go tonight.
Yes, you can go. And you will.
Mr. Collins, you can't expect Philip to leave the baby on a night like this.
I expect you to do what must be done. Exactly as it must be done. You speak of time, my children. There is only one time for us. The time of the Leviathan people.
The time of the Leviathan people.
And that time is now.
Megan, I'll be back as soon as I can.
Oh, yes, of course.
With Hitchcock chair in hand.
Oh, one more dream come true.
I'm ready, Mr. Collins. Shall we go?
David, just what are you doing?
I was looking for a piece of paper. I want to draw something.
David, Carolyn told me something about you.
And I know exactly what it is. She told you that I stole that silly old book, didn't she?
She did not say you stole it. She simply said that you had not told us everything you know. And if you think very hard, you might remember something else.
I do remember something now.
What's that?
Last night, I was in the foyer. And I saw Carolyn outside kissing a man.
David, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Oh, yes, it does, because he came into the store. Only she acted very different to him. She acted like she hardly knew him.
Well, perhaps you just thought it was the same man.
No, I know it was. Because he was tall and he had gray hair. All gray. He was much older than Carolyn's other boyfriends. And she seemed to like him very much.
Mother, could I ask you about something?
What is it, Carolyn?
Maggie's redoing the cottage, and we seem to have a whole box full of curtains in the attic.
Oh, tell her to take whatever she wants.
Good, thank you.
Carolyn, wait. David, I think it's time for you to go to bed.
Did you find out anything from him?
Yes, I did, Carolyn. Who's the man?
What man?
The one who brought you home. Who came to see you in the antique shop. Who is he?
No one, really. Could we talk about it some other time? I'd like to tell Maggie she can have the curtains.
Carolyn, I very seldom interfere in your life, but is this man right for you?
Why do you ask that?
Well, from David's description, it doesn't sound as though you have much in common.
Oh, well, you're wrong. We do have a great deal in common.
It is a very beautiful chair. It's something I've always wanted.
Now you have it. But for how long?
What do you mean, Mr. Collins?
Sometimes we have things that we don't take very good care of, and we lose them, much to our everlasting regret. Has that ever happened to you, Philip?
Well, yes, of course.
Well, I'm sure you're anxious to get back to Megan and the baby, but you oughtn't to go until you take something more to them than what you're taking now. Philip?
Yes, Mr. Collins.
Before you go back, there's something else that I want you to see.
I don't understand it. I've been this way a dozen times, but I've never seen this before.
No one can see it who isn't one of us. It exists only for us and our people.
But what is it?
Our sacred altar. Here we will perform the ceremonies, and here we will make the sacrifices. You must come here to the altar, Philip. You know why you are here.
Yes, Master. Because I have failed at what I was to do.
And you know what must happen now.
I must be punished. But how, Master?
In time, you will find that out.
Morning. How's the baby?
Oh, no better.
What did the doctor say?
I haven't called the doctor.
Megan, that's ridiculous. Did you stay up all night with the baby? Is that what you did? No wonder you're in the shape you're in.
Carolyn, there's something I've got to do. You stay here with him.
Well, yes, of course.
Where are you taking him?
Well, he's so terribly hot and it's drafty down here, I thought it would take him up to his room.
No! You mustn't take him up there.
All right, Megan.
Promise me. Promise me you won't take him to his room while I'm
All right,
gone.
I promise.
Hello, Megan. How's the baby?
No better. Mr. Collins, do you know what happened to Philip?
What do you mean?
Well, he left with you last night. He hasn't been home since.
That's strange. He stayed with me for only 15 minutes.
It is strange. Mr. Collins. I'm beginning to feel very frightened.
You mustn't be. Perhaps he's only gone for some other merchandise. He will be back when it is time for him to get back. Are you beginning to understand, Philip? Are you beginning to understand what must happen now?
Did you find anything else?
Yes. Someone's coming to kill me.
What?
Someone's coming to kill me.
Megan!
I'm gonna hide.
Megan, get hold of yourself. No one's going to kill you.
Yes, someone is. Someone is. I don't know, but someone's coming. I've got to hide.
Megan, listen to me. We've got a very sick baby here.
Let go of me. My killer's on his way.
Megan, listen to me, please. No one is on his way. No one is coming to hurt you. Or anyone. No one.